So our first exercise is going to be a basic hip bridge. So I like to start flat on my back, just with my feet tight to my bum. With my knees, I'll think of pinching like a yoga block in between my legs. And from here, we're just going to look to extend through the hips. Something I'll really focus on is just my glute and hamstring activation. So once I get going with my hip bridges, I like to hold at the top for a second or two. And I'll even go as far as sometimes poking my butt and my hamstrings just to make sure that everything's firing. If you guys are feeling like this is pretty easy, you guys can start to play with using one leg. So our next one is going to be just a basic inchworm. So I'll start with a forward fold. My hands, once they touch the floor, I'll look to walk them out into a plank. I'll hold the plank, and from here we'll do a full push-up from the ground back up. And we will walk our hands back to our feet and posture. And we'll just rinse and repeat. Hands to the floor, inchworm, big push-up, and we'll walk our hands back. Our next one is going to be a Hindu push-up. That's how I learned it. I don't know what it's actually called. But we're going to start with our feet wide and our hands up and our hips teepeed. My goal is going to be to lead with my head. So I'm going to swoop my head through. My hips are going to be the last to follow. And I think of it as a spinal wave. So I'm going to start with my head as I bring myself through and up. And I'll reset the position. So really good for the shoulders, the core here. Looking to warm up our body with this push-up variation here. So if we change the angle, again, starting with my hips teepeed, I'm going to bring my head through, my hips will follow, and I'll rock back to the top. So starting in a similar position, another drill to challenge just the coordination here. We're going to look to take our foot and our right foot and bring it to our hand. As I bring my foot through, I'm going to step my hand back. I end up in like a crab walking position here. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my left foot. I'm going to replace my right hand and replace my post here. And I'll just continue this pattern, trying to keep myself nice and square. I'm going to look to make it back to the middle, right where I started. Okay, so once we get all the way around, I'll just start my revolution to the other side. And then our last drill, we're going to start with our hips up, and we're just going to work just a sit out, so replicating a technical get up, but we're just going to look to lead with our foot and bring our hip through. And we're going to look to explosively retract our leg. We're just going to start to hop side to side. All right. Thank you, ma'am. So our first drill, you guys got your Jiu-Jitsu belt. We're just going to look to get grips and get our feet on the belt here. And just a little spider guard drill. My goal is to keep tension with my feet at all times. And I'm just gonna start to rock my feet, my legs side to side. You guys can play around with lifting your legs or slowly lowering them. Just playing with the ankles, looking to keep the tension. This is gonna be our first drill with the belt here. Just playing around in the spider guard. So our next drill, we're going to add to that by inserting our lasso. So I'm going to extend one leg, my foot is going to drop off, and I'm going to bring my foot over and hook it through. Then we're just going to unwind our lasso and switch to the other side. My foot falls off, I bring it around and through, and we're just going to repeat. Inserting our lasso, unwinding, we'll switch sides, and repeat. Our next drill, just playing with our de la Riva. I'm going to make sure one leg stays extended. This time, instead of letting my foot fall off, I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to insert my de la Riva hook here. I'll pummel that foot back to the inside of the belt, and I'll just do the same thing on the other side. So we're coming here, over top with our De La Riva hook. The next drill we'll play around with is a triangle. So I'm gonna let my foot fall over the top of the belt as I elevate my hip and tie the knot for our triangle. I'll reset and I'll pop my hips up and I'll tie the triangle the other way. And our last drill, just simulating a push-pull or re-guarding scenario. I like to kind of keep my feet together on this one, and I'm gonna extend my legs to one side. I'm gonna pull my knees to my chest and the belt in, and we're just gonna rock to the other side. And I'm just gonna look to rock side to side, looking to favor a hip each side, just creating our angle, simulating like knees to our chest, a little re-guarding scenario here.